Our heroes head into the wilderness of Forren, ready to take on any danger that may lie in wait. Staying close to the river, they make steady progress and eventually come to the edge of a great frozen waterfall, near the base of which seems to be a camp. A goblin camp, to be exact. 3 goblins with their 2 trained wolves nearby, as well as 3 large tents behind them. The party takes in the scene and weighs their options. Farodin, with his longbow, will stay up on the cliff and rain down arrows, while Mundo, Rook, and Miboso circle around and try to close the distance. Farodin in position reaches into his elemental quiver and draws out a blazing fire arrow. He takes aim at the first wolf and lets loose. In a blazing flash, the wolf is no longer a threat, but the sound of battle awakens the 3 orcs sleeping within the tents. The party now has several more very big, very strong, and very angry problems. Farodin now is trying to dodge orcish javelins, while the others clash with the remaining enemies face to face. Using his mighty rage and with the bloody battle axe in hand, Rook rushes forward, crushing, bashing, and splitting his foes into pieces until the snow around them is blackened with orcish fluids. Mundo, not to be outdone, unleashes the power of his tsunami strap on the next orc. He whips him with a force so powerful it slams the brute to the hard, icy ground. Rook, jumping in, finishes him off with a lethal dagger strike. Miboso, trying to get an edge on his enemies, shapeshifts into a wolf. However, his time in this form is cut short by a ruthless axe strike, knocking him unconscious. Fortunately, using a kind word, Mundo brings the druid right back to his feet, but the fight is not quite over. The last orc takes aim at Farodin with his javelin. Mundo, thinking quickly, hums a sweet lullaby, amazingly sending the orc into a deep slumber. Farodin has no trouble dealing with the remaining wolf and goblin, and Rook makes sure that the orc will not be waking up. The last of the foes defeated, tents looted, and nothing else in sight, the party takes advantage of the camp and rests for a time. They set off the next day. Through the drifting snow and biting wind, they see in the distance a large, half-sunken structure. Getting closer, they read in large letters above the door, Saul's Vault. They know now that this must be the ruins Orvo and Orgon had disturbed. Farodin scouts around the walls and the others try to get the main door open. Mundo summons his unseen servant Charles to hopefully lend a hand. Charles informs his master that this door is indeed locked. Cold and frustrated, Mundo takes out his crowbar and tries to force the frozen stone door open. Rook lends his strength and with their combined efforts manage to break the ice and shift it open. This unfortunately alerts the guardians of the entrance to magically animated suits of armor. A fight in the doorway quickly ensues. The shining suits of armor standing strong, the group beat back the magical enemies until they finally lay in pieces on the stone floor. The party now stands within the entrance to Saul's Vault. Will they find the cure within these treacherous ruins, or will they discover only a cold, frigid death?